Muffins here, and today I thought it would be really awesome if we started an additional challenge to go along with the Survivor Challenge. So I see a lot of people that do the Not So Berry Challenge, and I thought to myself, I remember seeing that back in The Sims 2, and even The Sims 3. Like, people were doing these challenges. Um, and my brain went back to, where did this start? I thought it would be really interesting, since we got the new patch up date and everybody's really excited because, we can actually make some decent looking Sims. Yes, there were some bugs and some tea, but I think overall that it went fairly smoothly considering the last update we had from EA. So I guess we got to give them props where props is due because they didn't screw it up too bad. I know that some people had some issues, and for some reason, like two mixed couples, whenever they have a kid, it's always white. I don't know how that happened, but oh my gosh, it's crazy. And I don't know if everybody is experiencing that. I don't think it was everybody, but anyway, so I thought because, you know, console players really don't have access to CC and mods like those of us that play on PC. And even some people that play on PC don't have access to mods for whatever reason. Maybe they just don't want them in the game. Maybe their computer can't handle it for whatever reason. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to find the original Rainbow Challenge, like where this originally started, do that one, and then do it in a mod CC free Sims 4 challenge. Now, this is really scary for me because it's been 6 years since I've played without any kind of mods or CC in my game. I just, the Survivor Challenge, heavily modded for reasons because we need to sacrifice Sims to our volcano god. So, anyway, so what I did is I started looking and trying to figure out where did this come from. Well, I found this website. This was done back in 2017. As you can see, they have a version for The Sims 3, and this is the Pastel Rainbow Challenge by Wild Feels and Typos. So I will provide a link to their website down below where I got this on their Tumblr, and you are more than welcome to go give it a look-see. They also have a section for a Sims 3 version, so that way if you want to play it in The Sims 3, you can do that too. This is really different for me because all of the Rainbow Sim Challenge I've seen, white was not in it because it's a rainbow challenge. But I think because this is like the pastel one, maybe it's different. And I know that Little Simsy did the Not So Berry Challenge one, but I'm not sure where the one before that, the actual berry challenge, came from. So I was just, if anybody knows, please, and if anybody know, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll give them a look-see too. But I thought it would be fun if we went back to our roots and did some stuff that was, just the gameplay. And there's been so much hate going on about, Sims 4 versus Sims 3 and Sims 2, and you guys have people that love, maybe one franchise of the game, and some people that hate others. And I see all these Twitter wars, and it's crazy to me because I personally like all of the Sims games. I even still like to play one because it's fun, and they are fun. So we're going to do this though. We're going to do it in The Sims 4. And we're going to do the vanilla version, which I love. That is so cute. So vanilla just means we'll have berry hair and eyes, but natural skin tone, because we don't want to do any mods or CC. So we're going to have to just play with what Maxis gives us to play with. Or EA, sorry. Uh, in my dreams, Maxis, right? That they still had control. So the first generation we will have is gonna be white. Um, this is really strange because I have never played a one of these challenges all the way through for me. So this is gonna be different. I did start the Not So Berry challenge on my own and started playing it, and I think I made it to the third generation, and I just got bored with it. So I was like, So I started playing the Survivor one. It's like, let's kill Sims instead. But this one seems really interesting. It's a lot different than I see the other berry challenges. So for this first generation, the founder is the color white, and then it says your life has been a sheltered one, and all you want to do is get away from your overbearing parent or parents. The family's vacation home is your escape plan, and hopefully one can survive as a starving artist. I love this. I always play the artist's career path when I am able to. Um, because I love it. And being a creative person myself, it seems like my Sims are that I make and create a Sim always seem to delve towards being creative, or they're bookworms, or they're art lovers, or they're nerds, or they're basically, I have an entire save file which is many different versions of myself in it. If I look back on the Sims that I create, it's basically just different versions of myself. So I'm not narcissistic at all. I don't know why that happens. It just seems like I gravitate towards those kind of Sims and wanting to play them. But anyway, so for this one, the traits your Sim will have is creative, art lover, and perfectionist, which I really, really like. The neighborhood, we can live in any place except for San Myshuno. We have to build a starter home. It has to be a one bedroom, one bath vacation bungalow and move your founder into it. What I did is I built a cabin, like a log cabin type thing, in Brindleton Bay, because I thought, okay, so maybe her parents are a little well off, maybe they have a little cabin somewhere. So I built that, and I will do like a little walkthrough of it at the end of this video so you guys can kind of see it. And then you can see the Sim that we're going to start with as well. I'll go in and show her as well. And so for this, now, okay, we have to stay on this family lot, by the way. I did not do a huge lot because I figured even if the house is going to get bigger, we can always make like a two-story. I think the 30 by 20s are plenty big enough to make a nice, decent size house. It's going to be able to hold lots of people because we can always have a basement. We can build a second story kind of thing. So, anyway, so the aspiration she has to have, clearly, it's a big, happy family. We have to max her painting skill, which will be fairly easy. Now, I did not use the tiny living lot traits because a lot of people, for one, they just don't have tiny living. And I feel that it makes everything too easy. And plus, the cabin that I wanted to build just wouldn't fit. So I was just like, screw it. We're not going to do tiny living because I feel like I do that all the time. And I kind of don't want to make this a little bit difficult. So we can only make money selling our paintings. We can't join the painting career, which is fine because we all know that we make lots of money selling those. We have to sell 5 masterpieces, which is part of the aspiration, I think, for the painting. And our I hate that word, our partner's career. Now, this is where it's interesting because we actually have to have a partner that has certain expectations, and we have to actually do stuff with them. And a lot of the berry Sims that I see challenges, they just focus on that Sim or that generation, but this is kind of like an overall thing, which I thought was really interesting and cool. So the partner that we find, we're going to have to make sure they're a detective. We don't have to max it out, but we can give ourselves a bonus if we can. And they don't really say in here what the bonus is, so maybe we can just come up with something. Like we can give ourselves something or whatever, or maybe we can do like a different part of an aspiration to give ourselves a trait or something or whatever. But if you guys have any ideas for that in the comment, you could totally put that in there. Or maybe it's just something like an item, or they get like a swimming pool or a free something or whatever. We have to paint a portrait of our heir to hang in the family home. Now, this is going to have to be done through every generation. So at least one generation is going to have to be able to paint. I don't know. I'll have to look. I'm not sure what level it is to where you can actually paint portraits of things. I want to say it's like maybe 3 or 4, but I could be wrong. And we have to have a total of 5 children with 2 different Sims, a pink Sim and a purple Sim. Now, this is where it gets even more interesting for me because we get to choose our path after that. And so basically, it says, our life has been hectic being one of 5 children, but your passion for writing has caused you to stand out from your blended family. As heir, you have been asked with carrying on the family name. Being a bit of a homebody proves difficult for you to find a partner, but once in a lifetime trip brings love to your door. That is super awesome. I love that these are such creative traits. And we can either pick pale pink or purple. So we will definitely have to do some towny modifications a little bit, or at least in cast, because I don't think they pass on colored hair traits. I could be wrong. I don't think they do. I think everything that you do in like generational wise, as far as like genetics in Sims 4, I think it's completely random. It's a 50-50 chance. It doesn't matter if one of your parents has one thing or one has another. It's just going to be random. Um, and we can't adopt for this generation. So that means, that tells me that maybe there are generations that we can adopt in, and that's kind of awesome for me to see that. Because maybe you don't want to play with a female, or maybe you want to play, um, maybe you want to play with a sim that can't have children. So you can definitely adapt this to be however you want to play your game. So I think this is going to be super fun. I'm excited for this. I hope you guys are excited for it. And I'm going to leave this part right here. You guys have heard me ramble on completely, way too much than I already have. Um, so with that, I will leave you guys, and then the next segment is going to just be a tour of the house, and then the founder sim that we created. I really love her. I think she's beautiful. I hope you guys like her too. And with that, I will say goodbye, and I just want to remind people that you can hit the like button down below, and you can subscribe. It will really help me out a lot, guys. I love you guys so much. And everybody, I just want to leave you with this. I know it's been a really trying time for a lot of people, with the COVID stuff and people being separated from family or not being able to work, and it's just a really difficult time for everybody. And I just wanted to say, remember through all of this to be kind to each other and just love yourselves, right? All right, so I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.